What is going on, Pokemon fans? Welcome back to JD's Nerdverse. We are doing a video today explaining some changes coming to this channel. Before I get into that, if you are a subscriber, I appreciate you. If you're not a subscriber, I realize that like good 90+% of my viewers are not subscribers. So if you like this content, please make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell. You get videos like this all the time. Also, comments, sharing, liking, all those things are good for the YouTube algorithm to get it out to more people so I can commit more time to making content for you. So, with that part being said, I just want to tell everyone kind of the format for which I make these Pokemon videos. I have about 3 hours a day between 4 a.m. and 7 a.m. to make Pokemon content. Sometimes it can go as late as 8. Sometimes there's like 4 hours. Sometimes it's less than that because I have 2 children. Sometimes I wake up early, and so that kind of puts a full stop on doing content for the day. And then the next day, I got to pick up where I left off. So at the least, maybe it's about like a little less than 20. At the most, maybe 24, 25 hours a week I have to make Pokemon videos, and that's everything. That is doing the playthrough, that is doing the voiceover, that is doing the editing, that is doing the prediction videos. Sometimes I play other games. So that's where I'm at when it comes to how content is made and how much time I have to make it. So the format I've had for this channel is I've been playing through the Pokédex of Generation 1 in order. That was the first real type of playthroughs I was doing. And in Generation 1, there's not too many modifications you could do to a Pokemon. So, other than replaying through Pokemon I've played through as already, just to optimize it, get a better version of the playthrough, so on and so forth. But Generation 2 recently has opened my eyes up to, basically what I was been doing is kind of speedrunning the speedruns. I've been trying to play through all of them as fast as possible. Now I'm in Generation 2, they've added more mechanics to the playthrough. So let me go ahead and just skip to a slide and kind of show you this. So this is Poliwag in Generation 1. We're going to look at his moveset. So let's say we're playing through, well, we'll look at Generation 1. That's his recent moveset. Generation 1, he would have Bubble, Hypnosis, and all those moves, okay? He would have TM moves. He eventually would evolve, and eventually we can evolve him into Poliwrath with the Water Stone, okay? And there wasn't too much variation we could do with it, but there is technically you can transfer him to another generation. So, for example, Headbutt would be a very useful move for this Pokemon. That really is the only changes we can really make. I can do a what if, Poliwag has Headbutt to start the game. Changes the dynamic a little bit, because not having a physical move is its detriment and slows it down a little bit. But it's a very fast Pokemon. It has one of the fastest playthroughs I've ever played through as. But having Headbutt would definitely speed that up. So there's not too many variations we could have, but all I've really done is play through. Now I've got a new program that I've learned called PK Hex that helps me make those changes. So that's what brings me to what we're doing now. So here is Blossom. That's the most recent one we're going to play through as. It's the one coming out this Friday. And with Blossom, you obviously have like Oddish. So the playthrough coming out this Friday, and that's the prediction video I posted last Monday, is for Oddish to evolve into Gloom, Gloom to evolve into Blossom, Blossom playthrough, with actually a bonus on that. So if you are anticipating that, I've actually, at a certain point in the game, actually saved it and branched off and played through this Vileplume, see how much better Blossom would be over Vileplume. So just keep that in mind. But let's go back to this. So at Blossom, so there's Generation 2. So we have a move set for the initial playthrough with Oddish and Gloom. How much better is Blossom than Oddish and Gloom? Not having the typing, and not having the broader moveset, but you have a better move early. How much better is it? So on and so forth. Okay, and then you have your TM moveset. That doesn't change. But here's what it adds to it. There are a couple, key factors we can put in here. One key factor is we can have an egg move, or a breeding move, if you will. Charm, Flail, Razor Leaf, Swords Dance, and Synthesis. Which, or any of these moves added, make this Pokemon significantly better. Okay, we can also go down. There's no tutor moves, but prior evolution moves, I probably won't do those. And I probably won't do too much when it comes to transferring from like another game. However, we could do that if we really wanted to. But what I want to do now, so what I'm going to do going forward with my channel is I will be doing the normal playthrough. Playthrough is the base form, evolve all the way to Blossom, okay? And then I will be doing the fully evolved form only. Okay, I got a little bit of knowledge about the playthrough, where we struggled, where we could do better. Playing through the fully evolved version, how much better is it? Okay? And then we have the third version, which is the fully optimized version. We optimized in how much knowledge we have about the playthrough. We're optimized in our stats. We usually use the best stats or stats that coincide with the best, hidden power typing. And then now we're going to have the best possible moveset we could potentially have with this Pokemon. Okay? That's what I want to play through as. And after some playthrough, do we want to make changes? For example, with this Pokemon, and I've done the initial playthrough with Oddish, Gloom, and Blossom. I've done the Blossom playthrough only. That prediction video will be coming out next Monday, because that's when the video for the Blossom playthrough only comes out next Friday, okay? Now, the third one, I've learned that maybe a certain hidden power may be a little better, okay? Or I might just keep the hidden power I have, but Swords Dance will help return be enough to take care of a certain problematic Pokemon late in the game, which you'll see whenever you see the playthrough on Friday. Okay? So with all that knowledge combined, how can we make this better? Okay, I just sounded like Captain America there. With all your powers combined, I am Captain Planet. Okay. And Blossom would be the Earth one. Okay. So that's what we're trying to do here. Is we're going to get the best case scenario for every Pokemon. And here's why. So I played through and I'm like, I'll go back and do that later. Well, one, I'm not good at taking notes on things. It's just fresh in my mind. My mind is a steel trap for a lot of things, but it kind of just removes stuff to make room for more stuff. Is how it is. But I can remember a lot of things very well. That's the first part. The second part, it's also fresh in the audience's mind. So let's say a year from now, I decide I didn't want to do it this way, and I decide to play through and then go back and do Blossom by itself. Well, now you know I have no reference point. You have no point of reference. You have to go back and watch a year-old video. By then, I might actually have, different ways, different layout, for example, could be completely different layout for how it's done. Could be a ton of things that are variations to that. So I want to be able to do all these together. Now, there's another YouTuber out there who does this exactly the way it is, but he does all in one video. His name's Scott Stotts. He does a very good job of playing through, but then he does the optimized playthrough to see if he can do better. It's similar to this. It's not exactly what this is, but I'm doing one that's like, okay, what's the first time playthrough? A little bit of knowledge about moveset, pretty much. How's the playthrough? Where we struggle. Okay, now we're having the Evolve version. Okay, now we're going to play through. Maybe where we struggled isn't going to be the case anymore. And then the third version is, okay, what is the best version of this Pokemon? And what can we do, and how much better is it? And with all the knowledge we have, can we make this Pokemon a really contender and a good Pokemon and make it the best version? So my channel has not always been about getting the fastest run possible. Sometimes it is just about getting the best possible representation of a Pokemon I can get in any game that it's in. And that ultimately is what my goal is. Goal is not to have if you're looking for the fastest playthrough, pretty much Mewtwo and other legendary Pokemons are always going to be at the top of the list. Okay? It is good to find some Pokemon, for example, Poliwag/Poliwrath is one of the fastest Pokemon in Generation 1. Okay, and it's a water type, which water types usually don't do too hot in Generation 1, but they do okay. But why is he so much better? There's a lot of reasons for that. But playing through with him is to get the fastest, but what if we played through another Pokemon that's not great, and how do we make it as good as possible? Gen 1, like I said, has its limitations. That's why I started a what-if scenario where it can backport moves or have a move set from another generation, etc. So that's what I've been doing with that. But I think with Generation 2, instead of speedrunning the speedruns and trying to get through the Pokédex as fast as possible, I'm going to slow it down and be more thorough, is what I'm going to do. Because I've really enjoyed the last week I didn't post a video, and what I was doing, I was playing through with Blossom. I was playing through with Blossom, and now I have ideas to play through with Blossom with the optimized version, and I think that's the route I want to go with this channel. So that's why I'm making this video, and I just want to let you all know that's what I'm going to do. So when I look at, as I said to y'all, I'm not really southern. I'm from Virginia, but I'm not too southern. But so let's just take an example here. Last playthrough I did on Generation 2, I played through with Ampharos. Okay? Mareep, the Flaaffy, the Ampharos. Okay? And the playthrough was pretty good. It's actually one of my better, I think it's the best playthrough I've had in Generation 2 so far. But the whole point of it is, how much better would we be if we started out as Ampharos? Is the moveset significantly better? Is it just a more powerful Pokemon? It probably is. It has better stats and everything. Do we have more struggles or less struggles now? all those things are factors. And in the optimized version, we would probably do better if we had one of these breeding moves. For example, Body Slam over Tackle is significantly better. Okay, it's a huge improvement. It's twice as powerful, if not more than twice as powerful. And it's more accurate, and it actually can paralyze, so on and so forth. So how much, or would it be better if we had Thunderbolt instead? Okay, so that's what we figure out. I'm probably will circle back and do those later. I'm not going to backtrack too much. But going forward, that's what I want to do. Next Pokemon is Marill. And Marill evolved into a Azumarill. Okay, and we're going to play through with that, and then we're going to do the playthrough with the Azumarill and see how much better it is starting off with the fully evolved version. Is it that much better or whatever? Do we have more moves? I think we do. And then the ultimate version, how much better are we if we add a move? Like, for example, I think Amnesia would be the one to do with this Pokemon. And what that does is the best version of this Pokemon having Amnesia. So let's look at the stats of this Pokemon. Look how bad that attack stat is. Fully evolved Pokemon and its physical attack is 50. Okay, now I'm sorry, special attack is 50. Its physical attack is 52, but special attack is 50. So how much better does this make the Pokemon being able to up its special attack and special defense from the start of the game? Does it make our water moves more effective? Does it make the early part faster? What does it do? It is not a very high statted Pokemon at 410. So this can solve a lot of problems. Potentially could solve a lot of problems for this Pokemon and make it, I think it's going to do well, period, just because water types tend to do very well because it gets surfed so early. But how much better does this make this? And how much easier does it make the Elite Four? How much better does it make the Red Run? The Red Battle? So that is what I'm trying to figure out with this playthroughs, and I think I'm going to slow down the progression through the Pokédex and do a more thorough analysis of each Pokemon in the Pokédex. And this will be done, I won't be doing it all in the same video. Like I said, if I did this for a living and had 45 hours a week, I could commit to this, if not more, like 60 hours a week, I would probably try to squeeze them all into one video, or maybe have both videos come out the same week, but I gotta spread them out. That's why I went over my time constraints in the beginning. So, let me know what you think about that. So, yeah, that's what this video is about. It's about the channel changes and on how I'm going to be doing these playthroughs going forward. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. I think it's going to be better. I think it's going to be a lot more thorough. I'm going to really enjoy it. And I think you'll enjoy it too, because it's fresh in your mind, like what changes can be made. Hell, I might have playthroughs where you're commenting, and then you can put in the comments down below in the next part of it, like, hey, you should do this. I think it would be better, and I can actually apply it. So I think it'd be more interactive for everyone if we're doing that. And there's not. And then Pokemon coming up, you can also give recommendations. I still go through in order of the Pokédex. That's not changing. What is going to change is I'm not just do one run, play it through, and see all these ways it could be better, and then just ignore it and say, I'll come back and do it in a year or so. Nope, I want to do it the very next week. I want to optimize it, or play through with the better version of the Pokemon, which is the evolved version. Then I want to optimize it. Some Pokemon, honestly, will not have anything to do with this. So, for example, I actually looked at this the other day. Let me go back up to the top, and Sudowoodo will probably not have maybe might have a run or 2 runs, but they'll probably be in the same video. I don't know why, because it does not have any variations. It does not get really. Hold on, let me go to Gen 2 real quick, because 1, that's its level up moveset, that's its TM moveset. It gets 1 move via breeding, so self-destruct is completely useless in a single playthrough. Okay, and it pretty much gets no other moves. Except for maybe Substitute. Maybe Substitute would be the variation that we've had. But I don't think I'm going to do that. Probably not. But that is what there's not much to do with Sudowoodo. So that would be a Pokemon where I might just have the playthrough and move on. Politoed would be the next one, where I might have a variation. And there's 2 or 3 videos explaining the evolution process, the fully evolved version, and then its ultimate version. Hoppip would be that. I can keep going for days. But that's what I want to do with this playthrough. I want to be a little more analytical, a little more, okay, we did this, now let's learn from it and play through it again and be better. And I'm going to do that over the course of maybe as much as 3 weeks, as little as 2 weeks. I might be able to squeeze one in on a Wednesday or something like that. But that's what the channel is going to. That's what I want to do. So let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Like, subscribe, all that jazz. Have a good one, and I'll see you guys on Friday, where we're playing through with Oddish to Gloom to Blossom. Alright? Have a good one, and I'll see you.